what's happening to the technicals of the markets, and let's go across to Kunal first to get his chartbuster idea this morning. Kunal.
So, Anisha, it's on Brent Crude and how the interesting charts for Brent Crude are shaping up and on the longer term basis. Now, this is the last 7-8 years of chart patterns for Brent Crude. And what's more interesting about the chart is the formation of head and shoulder patterns on a consistent basis when we look at it on a longer term time scale. So, this was the first inverted head and shoulder pattern the asset class had made from 2015 to almost 2017. This was a bearish, rather bullish inverted head and shoulder pattern, and this resulted in the asset class going into an upward trend. Then the next formation was a bullish, or rather, a formation of a proper head and shoulder pattern, which indicates more bearishness, and the asset class went down very sharply. We saw the 2020 correction for Brent crude, where the crude oil prices dropped down to significant lows for itself, and then came an inverted head and shoulder pattern. So the formation of the patterns is more of an inverted head and shoulder pattern as well as a proper head and shoulder pattern. This time around, the asset class is forming yet another such a kind of a similar pattern. So closer to that 72 mark, which we were discussing in the morning, that this is a major breakdown point. And if we go by the three prehistoric such kind of precedents, it indicates that if the levels of 72 gets broken this time around as well, we could be looking at a sharp fall coming back into the crude oil prices in the next 6 months to 1 year. So very interesting observation, formation of head and shoulder patterns on Brent crude prices over the last 6 to 7 years consistently.
Okay, so that's the very interesting takeaway coming in as far as the chart check is concerned on Brent crude. But Nooresh, what is your chartbuster idea?
So that's a chart for Biocon. Now, if you look at Biocon, the stock went up from 240 lows in March 2020 all the way to 480. And since then, it corrected back all the way down to sub 200 levels. Now, one of the only stocks or very few stocks which have gone below March 2020. And to be a part of it, the pharma pack, which really did well, the stock did a major underperformance, went below 2020 levels, and now has started recovering above those levels. Now, that's an indication of a major downtrend getting over. If you see the downward channel, which was there for the last 6-8 months, in which it fell from 340 to almost up 200 levels, has finally been conquered. And this indicates that there is a trend change which could happen here. And there should at least be a mean reversion, if not a major uptrend. So for now, looking at it as a trade wherein stop loss at 230, target price of 260 to 300 for a bounce in this one.
That's a take coming. Biocon is one idea that Nooresh likes on the charts. But Kunal, what are the stock-specific recommendations you have for our viewers today?
So 2 buy calls, again focusing on mid-cap names. The first one is one Himadri Specialty Chemicals, targets of 120, stop loss at 102. And the second is one Action Construction, that stock is heading towards a breakout yet again. So buy with a target of 444, stop loss for ACE is kept at 420.
Okay, so ACE is one stock which is definitely on the radar. 444 is the target on that one. Nooresh, what about you?
First would be a buy on Tata Power with a stop loss at 198 and a target price of 215. The stock is making a short-term breakout, so expecting some momentum here. Second is a buy on Indian Hotels, which has already moved up, so would wait for a dip here to 350-55 levels. Keep a stop loss at 345 and a target price of 370-75.
Okay, Nooresh, so Indian Hotels is one stock that continues to be quite positively placed. But with that, we're slipping into a very short break.